What's up, it's Fireman Chef Geoff. Hey, I got a special cooking video for you today. Actually, I'm gonna be smoking 2 St. Louis style ribs and then a whole chicken on the Traeger beer throne. So I'm doing this special cook tonight for a family of the fire department who recently suffered a medical emergency. Luckily, he was able to be revived, and now he's going to be going through recovery and rehab. So for his family and him, I'm going to make this meal tonight. I'm going to do a rack of ribs, spicy and sweet. I'm going to do a whole beer can thrown chicken on the Traeger, and then smoked. And then I'm going to make some homemade coleslaw, homemade special chocolate chip cookies for dessert, and then I bought a tub of store-bought potato salad. So everything will be made by me from scratch except the potato salad, so no credit on that. K. Rogers gets that credit. So anyway, I've trimmed up a rack of ribs, squared them off, trimmed off a little excess fat, and then on the back I took that membrane off of both of them. I patted it dry. Here's all my extra trimmings. I'm gonna use a binder. That's just what I do, because that's what I do. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. I guess I'm gonna start on this front side since I have them up here on this, and go ahead and just put some mustard. You don't ever taste, I hate mustard, like on sandwiches and burgers and stuff, so, but trust me, you don't taste it. It's just a binder, which means it's gonna help our seasoning stick. All right, so go ahead and get that all over. And then what I'm gonna use the Meat Church barbecue rubs. I've got 3 of them. Hot hog, honey hog hot barbecue. Blah, 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 say that 5 times fast. And then I've got the Holy Gospel, and then I've got the fajita seasoning. So I'm only gonna use the fajita seasoning on the backbone side, not the front. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the Holy Gospel. So if I could pop this in, I'm gonna put quite a bit on here. This is gonna give us our nice dark mahogany color. Man, going mind blank today. So anyway, go ahead and season that up real good. And then I'm gonna go back over it with our hot honey hog hot barbecue. So this will give it the little spice, the heat to it. So go ahead and sprinkle that over it. All right, and then we're gonna flip it over. Okay, I flipped them over, put the mustard on this side, and then the first thing I'm gonna do is use this fajita seasoning and hit that on the bone side. And then, after this, I am gonna hit it with Holy Gospel. And then let this sit for 15 or 30 minutes. If you can do 30 minutes, go ahead and let this sit out at room temperature for about 30 minutes. So this will let it all kind of seep in. It'll turn darker. It'll absorb all that yumminess in. All right. Then we're gonna go out to the gravity-fed Masterbuilt 560. And I've got some B&B charcoal and some cherry wood in there going. I got it set at about 250 right now. I think that's the temperature we're gonna do it. And then we'll throw them on the smoker, all right? All right, we are back with the Masterbuilt at 250, smoking good. Our ribs have been sitting out for about 30 minutes. Look at that nice color. It absorbed the seasoning in there. We're just gonna put these bad boys in there, all right? Together a little bit once they're on there. let them go at 250 for 2 hours. I might come back here in a minute and just put a little tin thing of water for moisture, but you can or don't have to. We'll check on it in about an hour, see if it's dry. And if it looks a little bit dry, we're going to go ahead and spritz it with some apple cider vinegar. All right, see you in about an hour. We are at 1 hour, so I'm going to go ahead and spritz these bad boys. Went ahead and threw, nice color, the trimmings on there. Can't waste the meat, right? So this is just apple cider vinegar, 50, and some water, half and half. All right, I've cranked the heat up to 275 degrees, and there we go. And we'll go for about another hour and a half, so it'll be 2.5 hours, and then we'll pull it and bring it in to wrap it. I'm going to spritz one more time in about 30-45 minutes. It's time to do the beer thrown smoked chicken on the Traeger. So got my 2 racks of ribs out there right now on the Masterbuilt gravity charcoal smoker. We're right at 2 hours. So we got I just spritzed them for the second time with the apple cider vinegar. I'm gonna go out there and pull them in about 30 minutes when I put this chicken on. So let's prep this chicken. I've taken it out, all the giblets, the grossness inside, threw it away, pat dry the chicken with a paper towel. And I'm just gonna use some avocado oil. You can use duck fat, olive oil, whatever you want. Just give it a little spritz here and there, a little suntan lotion, tanning oil. And I'm gonna use Cosmos this time. Cosmos honey chipotle killer bee. So I'm gonna season this liberally all over, underneath its armpits, under its legs. I'm gonna season well inside the cavity also. Put some goodness in there. And then I'm gonna go back and season this real good. You don't wanna watch me for the next 2 minutes do all this. And so for our beer throw, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this spring IPA. It's bright and cloudy with a sweet, crispy aroma. So let's pop open. And I'm going to fill it up just to below the neck. And I'm going to have some fresh lemon in there. And then some fresh rosemary. And some fresh parsley. Get that goodness all up in there. And then I'm gonna set our chicken on it and we'll take it out to the Traeger. I got the Traeger set at 350 degrees. It should take about 2.5 hours. All right, we got the Traeger about 350. Our chicken is all seasoned up. Ready to go on? Let's put it on. There you go. Get the beans out, sit there, ready to cook. I'm going to add my temperature probe to the meatiest part of the chicken breast. Let's go. Woo! All right, our ribs look great. Let's pull them, take them inside, and let's wrap them up. I'll show them what I do to wrap them. These look and smell delicious. So I'm gonna lay down 2 things of foil, and I'm gonna do 4 sprigs of butter and a handful of brown sugar. And then I'm gonna use this hot honey, drizzle it on here, and then we'll be ready to go and wrap it. All right, drizzle my honey. Drizzle for Rizzle. Okay, drizzle, drizzle, drizzle. And we're gonna lay these meat down, bone up. Right. Right. And then we're just gonna kind of do the same thing here. Put a little bit of honey. And then some sugar. I won't do butter on this. We got butter. And a little bit of sugars. And then let's wrap it up tight. So we can get all the juices in here. Nice and tight. And then the last one. I'm gonna put down the temperature back down to 250. And we're gonna smoke these an hour to 2 more hours. We'll check it at an hour and see where we're at. All right. We're gonna make the coleslaw. So I went ahead and bought pre-shredded green cabbage, red cabbage, and some carrots. Now it came with this mixture. This looks gross. And we will not have that. So let's make our own. I cut up about half a cup of fresh parsley. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there and mix it with the coleslaw. And then in a separate bowl, I'm gonna use, I already have it open. See, I try to be convenient and it almost failed on me. I'm gonna use about a cup of mayonnaise. Real mayonnaise, Dukes is what I prefer. So go ahead and add about a cup of this mayonnaise. Is that a cup? Sure. Uh-oh, quite upset. The grandfather clock's going off. A cup of mayonnaise. Then I'm going to add about a teaspoon of celery seed. Ooh. All right. I'm going to do about a tablespoon of Dijon, maybe. Let's shake it up first. Grey Poupon Dijon mustard. Oh. You get the point. And then we're going to do 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And I got my 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And this is about 1/4 of a teaspoon of fresh ground pepper. And you know, do it to taste. If you need to add, I'd add a tablespoon of the apple cider vinegar and see if that's good. Mix it up and see what you like. And that's it. Simple, easy, fresh, 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 fresh. And then you can go ahead and mix it all together and serve, or you can mix it together and put it in the refrigerator for an hour. It'll kind of like marinate the cabbage and everything and soften up the cabbage if you don't want it as crispy. Or, like I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this in a little container, put it in the refrigerator, keep it separate so it doesn't get soggy, and then we'll mix it up before I go deliver it to the family that I'm cooking this meal for. All right? Look at this. See that pulling back of the bone? It's about 190 degrees, 195 degrees, so it is definitely done. We're gonna pull these out and then barbecue them up, throw them back on the Masterbuilt for about 15-20 minutes and get that sticky gooey tack on there from the barbecue sauce.
Citizens in the claws of gray, gray morning, gray evening, gray day, gray faces talking shit on TV. What is this? How can I believe we need nobody there in who we can trust? Tell me please, who made this choice for us? Silence outside the stars boxed and gay.
All right, everyone, we are finished with the afternoon cook. Started about 10 a.m. grocery shopping, put everything on at noon. It's been about 4 hours of cooking and smoking. So we've got our coleslaw, our store-bought potato salad. I've got my rack of ribs, spicy and sweet, and our beer-thrown chicken, whole chicken, that was smoked in a Traeger, and my homemade yummy goodness, Fireman Chef Geoff chocolate chip cookies. Hey man, pray for this family that I cooked for tonight. He's very lucky to be alive. Say some prayers for him and his family. He's probably got a bunch of rehab to go through, but it looks like he's gonna be all right. So everyone, thank you for your prayers. God bless, be safe, and let's eat.
Stay bored. There's other rules primitive mind.